So, STI, huh? You know, I have a lot of mixed thoughts about this whole STI, news that's going around, and obviously with the Japan Mobility Show showcasing that concept vehicle. And I wanted to wait until, I got a little bit more information on it. Also, I wanted to see, I was super curious about what the community thought about the STI concept and stuff like that, which I'm not too surprised. Sorry about that. I gotta plug in that CarPlay. Running some errands. Oh, the e-brake is up. Running some errands just before my kid's birthday party. So I'm trying to get this done. But anyway, I wanted to kind of gauge the community, right? And see what everybody thought when it has come to the STI. Because, man, I kind of expected people to hate it, and I wasn't wrong. But I also expected some people to be unrealistic. So first off, my thoughts. It looks nice. It looks like I thought it would look as a hatchback, just because, unlike some of you or most of you, I do extensive research on these cars. So I am very, very familiar with the hatchback concept that Japan tries to pull off with these vehicles. Obviously, they already have a WRX type hatchback, which is in the form of the Lavorg and the layback, I believe is what it's called. So these already exist. So it's not nothing new to them. And I believe, based off of what we were shown, this is production ready. I think that these guys are definitely ready to, send off the WRX as it is now, as the FA24, off on a high note, which is, showing all your cards, basically doing what the opposite thing that you would do in poker. Hey, we are looking for, one last hurrah, so to speak. And speaking of hurrah, their Marine Corps birthday is Monday and today is Sunday. So shout out to all the Marines. I appreciate y'all, and thank you for what you do who are currently serving as well. But like I said, to me, I think it's production ready. I think there is not a lot left on the table. If I'm being honest, that wing will probably be a little bit smaller. It won't be as aggressive. I don't think that body kit would be as wide, but it looks like something that was off. If a S209 was in the form of a hatchback, I think that's what it would look like. And, to me, Impreza, WRX Impreza STI, that's what it looks like to me. And I don't mind that. And it's funny because when I started digging into all of these Facebook groups and the forums, and I went to Lord Reddit, and sometimes you want to go there for good resources and sometimes you don't, because you can get a whole lot of mixed opinions there. But it was very valuable information for me. And for me, my opinion is it looks good. It looks like it should look as a current STI hatchback. But the most pushback I saw was, oh man, it looks like a cross-trek with an Impreza. I'm like, but if you look at the old hatchback, that's exactly what it was. It was just an Impreza hatchback with a EJ motor in it, essentially. And again, from what I was told, people hated that too when it came out. So the community seems a little bit mixed on it. For me, you know what? You ask for a hatchback, they're giving it to you. Obviously, I have the sedan, which obviously I'm currently not driving it right now because it's wrecked. and I have a rental right now because I'm currently getting the WRX fixed. So you guys won't see that car on the channel for probably another month. But I got this, I don't know if this is the 25 Jeep Wrangler Sahara, but it's comfortable. It's very comfortable. I don't know if I should do a review of this or not, but as much as I love my analog cars, man, this is very floaty. The chairs are, I think it's because I'm used to riding on such a firm suspension that when you get in something that's a little bit more compliant, you're like, wow, this is a huge change of pace. Not to mention it's a hybrid, so I'm not really guzzling gas as much. So I'm pretty happy that they gave me something like this, which would be the equivalent to my WRX. So, you know, I'm happy about that. But back to the concept. You know, it has everything that everybody asked for, and people are still up in arms about it, which is crazy. It's like this is the person, some of the people are looking to hate on the car just for no reason, right? They asked for the 6-speed manual. They asked for a DC CD controller. Both of those are in there. Now, I don't know the transmission. Maybe they're still using a WRX transmission and not the STI transmission. But regardless, you pretty much have all the features that you were asking for in that car, along with a really good motor, which we all know, like, can easily make 400 plus horsepower with a couple of bolt-on mods. So honestly, I think they would knock this one out the park for people who want that practicality, which honestly, a regular sedan is still just as practical. You might lose a little bit of space, but how often are you really lugging stuff to care that much about it? You're really not, in my opinion. But either way, people asked for the hatchback and they are bringing it back. So honestly, I don't think people should be hating on the car if they're doing exactly what you told them to do. And what did you expect it to look like, you know, other than being on a completely different platform if you wanted it to be, and them spending all that money to do that when they have a hatchback already in the lineup in the Impreza, and they have a Crosstrek. So they could use both of the parts that they already have and just say, here, we're gonna give you guys an STI trim. I'm actually, that's genius, because it costs them really probably no money to make, because they already have the parts. And hopefully with that might usher in a lower price, because here we go, here's the elephant in the room. And this is what I was looking for too, as far as the research goes. The price of the vehicle. How much do you think, let me know in the comment section, how much do you think that this car is going to cost? My opinion. And I think I'm going to be spot on with this. At minimum, I believe there are going to be 2 trim levels to this thing. There's going to be a base model without no DC CD, I think, or maybe a lack of a couple of features. And there's going to be a full-blown, no shit. Like, there's going to be a WRX, and then they're going to do the STI trim, kind of like they did the VA. But except that the STI and the WRX are going to share the same engine, because it just financially, it just makes more sense to do that. One with the DC CD controller, full-blown LSD, all that stuff, which again, the base model will probably cost about $43,000, and the STI will cost about $58,000. Or I wouldn't, nope, I said 58. That's overshooting it a bit. It'll be about $49,000 to $55,000, you know, depending on when it comes out. Maybe 2027 or late 26. If it pulls a late 26, I believe that it is going to come out about 49 to 50. And then if it's in 2027, it's going to be like 51 to 55,000. Now, people will also be in an uproar about the pricing. And to be honest, man, if you look at the current climate, no car is cheap right now. So just look at what you got to work with. Look at what they have, what Subaru has to work with. You know what I'm saying? So don't expect anything below $45,000, in my opinion, for a full-blown STI. Base model version of that car, I think will probably be a little bit cheaper. It'll probably be like 41K. But that's just me. And I think people are being unrealistic about what this car is, you know, how this car should come out as far as MSRP and all that stuff. And the looks, to me, they took the cladding off. They did exactly what a lot of people said that they hated about the current generation VB. And they took it all away. And people are still just up in arms about it. It's crazy. But you can't please everybody. And Subaru knows that. And I think Subaru is doing the right thing. I'm definitely, the car looks impressive, in my opinion. So I think they're doing okay. But other than that, guys, that's all I got. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. The car is in the shop. It's getting worked on. I'm currently in this Jeep Sahara. Very comfortable ride, for an old guy like myself with back issues. This is definitely a well-needed break. And I'll have this for another 3 weeks and see what, we'll see what happens with the vehicle. Hopefully, I don't even know how much it's going to cost to be fixed yet, but hopefully it's not too crazy, but you just never know. I haven't gotten my estimate yet. I'll probably get all that information in the morning. So far, my best guess, to be honest, is probably about $6,000. But I'm hoping either way, insurance is paying for it, so I'm gonna just pay my deductible and call it a day. But I just want to get this car fixed and prep it for next track season. But like I said, fellas, let me know what you guys think about the new Concept STI. I mean, there's no release date on it yet, but I believe that this thing is damn near production ready, judging by what I've read about in the Japan magazine stuff and online and all the forums. I think this thing is going to come out probably in the spring of next year. That's the earliest I think it's going to come out. But thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hello? Are you paying attention? Good.